The closure of schools until January 2021 has spelt doom for private schools in the country, with 109 schools to be shut for good. And as ENOCK SIKOLIA reports, the shutting of the schools has rendered 1,600 teachers jobless, as over 39,000 learners are left stranded with no schools to report back to in January.
The world is on a spin, and the effects of COVID-19 are biting hard. Private schools in Kenya are seemingly on the receiving end of the economic meltdown occasioned by the pandemic. Since schools were shut as one of the measures of curtailing the spread of the virus, private schools have been experiencing a financial crisis. This is the month of July, and ordinarily this classroom would be full of pupils, either studying or learning from their teachers. But today, chairs have been turned upside down and placed on lockers, and silence is dominant here. A situation that is expected to go on until early next year. And that presents a problem for private schools and those that depend on them.
So I'll move a 1 and a 1, and my answer is now 33.
Kenyan Nzui works for Smart Brains Kenya that provides services to 7 schools in Nairobi. He teaches a practical way of solving mathematics and music to schools. But with learning institutions closed, things have been slowly falling apart for him.
Even you as a parent, you can't invite me to come to your home to teach music. So it's a very tricky situation. We don't have any lessons happening at the moment. Even for music, there's no online lessons, because we believe, music is a practical subject. I have to be there to get the child. So for that, Sikolia, there's nothing happening there.
Even though he put on a brave smile, Nzui has been struggling to meet his financial obligations.
It's close to nothing that comes in terms of salaries, only small benefits. So we have been really affected.
One of the schools he renders services to is Kinderstart Primary School in Buruburu, Nairobi County. Florence Moura is the director. She takes us through the things she has been grappling with since COVID-19 landed in Kenya.
So we were okay with term 1 because we had already received the resources from the parents. But when May came and schools were not opening, it became apparent that now we had a challenge of cash flow. And now, depending on the school and the members of staff and all that, each school had to decide what to do with the staff.
With the school on its knees, the management has been forced to make some tough choices.
I will not just talk about teachers, because we have other caliber of staff. We have cleaners, we have caregivers, we have drivers, and then teachers, of course. We have accountants, we have secretaries. All these Kenyans have lost a livelihood for now as a result of COVID-19.
According to the Kenya Private Schools Association, the situation could become worse in the near future. The association says close to 109 schools are on the brink of permanent closure, a move that could lead to job losses for 1,636 teachers and 1,211 non-teaching staff employed by these schools. Most of these institutions are housed on rented facilities, and with no income, remaining afloat is proving to be a daunting task.
If the private sector closes shop today, those children will go to public schools. When they go to public schools, they will complicate the issues of public schools accessing resources for management of COVID-19.
Ndoro says private schools are home to over 300,000 teachers. 8,000 of them have either been sacked or sent on unpaid leave. He says if private schools are not given a boost by the government, detrimental for the education sector.
They do not have money to pay rent up to 2021. The owners of those premises are not willing